This episode of Capes and Lunatic Sidekicks is brought to you by Tweaked Audio. To get awesome headphones, go to tweakedaudio.com and use the coupon code SOUTHGATE to get 30% off, free shipping, and a lifetime warranty. Or you can get there through the link on our website, southgatemediagroup.com. Hey, what about that Before the Bad podcast?
They do your own drops.
I know.
You know what I heard about them? They have really long breaks between episodes.
You know what I heard? They're back!
No way!
That's right. And everybody listening to the Capes and Lunatic Sidekicks is probably like, wait, back? What? That's right.
Inside joke.
That's right. For those of you who haven't been following us, haven't followed us since before Capes and Lunatics, we used to do this little show called Before the Bats. With me, Phil, with Queen of the Puns,
Hey.
yeah. And Tyler.
That would be me.
And the auxiliary member, me.
I was gonna say our Ringo.
No, I was going to say he's more like the Green Ranger. You know, she's part of the team, but like not in every episode, like the backup. Just comes rolling in to clean up the day.
The pinch hitter.
I just got to compare everything to the Power Rangers. You know, you had the Five, and then you had the Green Ranger.
Because Kelly,
Nothing wrong with that.
Lilith is a drunk. She does admit it.
We gotta summon the Dragon Sword.
Fight me, nerd. Okay, so I didn't watch season 4. Like, I watched like the last 3 episodes of season 4.
Oh, okay.
Which were like the best episodes, is what everybody told me. So I was like, alright, I didn't miss much.
They dropped the bridges, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, that could be a problem.
That's
You know
alright.
what I remember from season 4?
Mm.
I don't know. I've watched them all, but after a while, it all starts to run together.
And it's been off since what? May? April? May?
Yes.
Wasn't season 4 Professor Pig?
It's like a year.
Yes.
Almost a year ago.
I had to like read all the summaries again.
Oh, that's alright.
That's pulling a Charlie Esser, as we call it around here.
Yeah, well, it's been like forever.
But, and then Kelly was like messaging me, what was it, before the first or second commercial break? You're like, how does everyone have power? I'm like, generators.
Yeah, but you know how much diesel a generator goes through?
Very long extension cords.
I'm like, Bruce Wayne.
159 gallons an hour, you know, for a giant generator. Not real plausible.
Yeah. Bruce Wayne's pulling, you know, night vision goggles and helicopters on his butt. There's some generators.
Solar power. Like,
Wayne's probably all solar power, like, you know, clean energy stuff.
With all that smog? Yeah, right.
Well, I mean, there is a dirty secret at Wayne Enterprises.
Yeah.
Have you not seen
It's not just the
Robin?
orphan eating.
Have you not seen Batman and Robin? They turn the satellites and just beam it down directly.
There you go.
But I mean, yeah, it's like even in the comics, of course, Wayne buildings were the only ones that were earthquake proof because it was an earthquake in the comics, kids.
Of course.
So I guess they're going long because that scene in the beginning was like from what, day
391.
391. Lilith, and in comics they only went like a year.
Yeah, like almost a year. Was it exactly? I don't think it was exactly a year, but it wasn't over a year.
Well, comic book, real time, it was like a year. So yeah. I mean, it was like a year or less.
Can I just say I hate flash forwards? Like, I seriously hate flash forwards.
Well, they gotta tease you. They're working with the Riddler and Penguin.
It's not a tease because then it just kills all the dramatic effect of the rest of, like, what's going to happen with the Riddler, what's going to happen with the Penguin.
Well, they have to be around when Bruce gets older, even though they're going to be like 1,000. But
well, like that was
Barbara's nuts.
Yeah, who knows?
You know, Bruce and Jim are already buddies. This whole show is submersive. Okay, everything's off the table.
Well, that's what I told Charlie. That's what I told Charlie the one time. I'm like, how's anyone not going to know he's Batman? He's going to like show up and
Joker knows he's creating his own foe here.
But even like Oswald, you know, Batman's going to show up and Oswald's going to be like, "Oh, you're here for my weekly beating, Bruce."
Riddler doesn't even know who he is himself, so you know he's never going to know.
Trash boy.
Yes.
Oscar the Grouch.
Yeah, there you go.
He's in green.
Exactly. I have to say that suit is everything, though. I do enjoy Gotham's costume person.
Did he?
Yes.
I will just give him this. I love the costuming. I love the lighting and the cinematography. Like the set dressing. Like,
All right, into the Spider-Verse joke. Did he go through puberty like Miles Morales? Because those pants look like they were kind of short all of a sudden.
That's actually the end style for young hip teens.
Yes.
He had his growth spurt.
It's not easy being green.
Yes, because no one's more hipper than Edward Nygma.
I mean, that is a hipster suit. I'm sorry.
You know who he reminds me of was, what was the guy in Criminal Minds?
Oh, Spencer Reed?
Yes. He reminds me of Spencer Reed.
Oh, Mark Harmon can get it.
Who said that?
Wrong Criminal Investigation.
Okay, sorry.
In that case, it's Shamar Moore can get it, okay?
Yes, there you go.
Cyborg. Yeah.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is...
Okay, we'll get to one of my big nitpicks. Okay, so the GCPD's holding down, they're the only law and order, them and Bruce are the only law and order left, and, you know, everything's gone to hell in a handbasket. Why is Jim Gordon still wearing a tie, and why are cops still sitting at desks doing paperwork?
Yeah.
Yes.
Or when the government comes back, bureaucracy never sleeps.
I guess, but I'm like, they're still fingerprinting people? They're still making rap sheets?
Accountability, okay?
Why are people not trying to get out of Gotham more, like swimming, rowing boats?
Are there landmines like it was in the comic books, or
not that we know of?
And is nobody listening? Nobody else listening in on that radio?
It's a super secret special frequency.
I hate to tell you this.
No license, Kelly. Okay.
Can I get some rationale for why the government's just abandoned a city?
Because Lex Luthor's gonna make a debut and he's gonna swoop in and save the day. That's the secret plot twist. I hope really happens.
I'm okay with that.
No. Phillips,
I just want someone to show up.
Child.
I just want someone showing up playing R. Kelly's Gotham City. Because for some reason, that's all I was thinking of.
R. Kelly is banned. He's canceled, so that's not gonna happen.
What is with you in those mid to late 90s Batman movies, the worst ones?
Because that's the ones my children enjoy because they're 4 and almost 2. Because they're not like, Daddy.
Ooh, Neon!
Because he loves merch, okay?
Those are the ones the kids will watch. They're not, watching a penguin spew black ooze out of his face. You know?
But it's okay to have.
You don't leave Tim Burton alone today.
Yeah, I know, but it's okay for Val Kilmer to bring in a 30-year-old orphan.
Yeah, they're too young to pick up on that stuff. Okay, there. All they see is Batman, Robin, and Alfred. When they're older, we'll have to talk.
Okay, my other nitpick. Whoever shot down that helicopter, aren't they afraid they were gonna blow up all the supplies?
I'm thinking it was
Gotham. Nobody's that. Yeah.
Can we just say
Get riddance?
And I love how it crashed sort of neatly into a warehouse or something.
Yeah.
Not in the river, not in the middle of the street.
There was still a roof.
Yeah, exactly.
Those helicopter guys were like, bravo.
Okay, so the episode takes place on day 87.
Yes.
What took Bruce so long to say, hey, I got a chopper bringing stuff in?
When Selena got affected, obviously.
Yes.
Man, pain.
Which I'm very upset. I'm like, she called him out. She's like, I got hurt from being your friend. And I was like, ooh, woman in a refrigerator, but she ain't dead yet.
Well, that's the other thing too, because I guess maybe Bruce was waiting. He didn't want to break the law. Maybe he's waiting for the government to act, but since they weren't acting,
he was fine and dandy, being his little rich boy self, and then when it affected him, he's like, I gotta do something.
Well,
let's just call it.
The way I figured too, isn't it restricted airspace? I thought, okay, I didn't want to take a chance of my chopper getting shot down.
It was easy as pie, apparently.
It looked like it. So, yeah, I just flew across the river.
Here, let me use my cell phone and call.
It was giving me the Dark Knight Returns vibes, and I'm like, nuclear weapon, anyone?
Okay, I could buy he could charge his phone, but how is he getting reception? Wouldn't that be the first thing? Is they take down cell towers and stuff?
I thought it was a radio.
And the power grid.
You can't get rid of those FM frequencies, son.
When the chopper was coming in, but when he called, I don't know.
I thought it was a two-way radio.
Yeah, because he had the little walkie-talkie.
I know when the chopper was coming in, they had the walkie-talkies, but I couldn't remember if he called it in on the phone or not.
Can I just say I like the Scarecrow? Let's just get to the good stuff. I like
vast improvement from the last time I saw a Scarecrow episode.
Yes.
I'm happy. Stuff's finally happening. We're finally getting freaks in the street. Bruce is in there, but like I said, he's running around with no mask. Everyone's going to know who he is, but I love to see.
So is that Lightning new, Philip? Because like I said, I only saw the last 3 episodes. The spotlight?
The bat signal?
Yes.
Yeah, it was kind of like in the end of the last...
Well, what was the point of that? Why
Like,
did they have
light, there's
The
light
light in the darkness.
The light in the
I know,
darkness.
but it costs money to run the light in the darkness, and they don't have resources.
They don't care.
Hope is a resource. Don't you people like Superman? Like, come on.
I could paint a bat on that. But I love the fight with the night vision goggles until they turn the lights on and everything.
I was like,
but
you look ridiculous.
I was just waiting. I was just waiting for him to drop from the ceiling on one of the guys. And I was just waiting for the, every movie. Who are you? I'm just with you on that.
I'm Matches Malone, damn it.
Oh, we need a match. Yeah, we need him to do matches this season.
There you go.
Okay, so did I miss something, Phil? But who was the girl in the white mask?
Is that supposed to be Harley? Because aren't they bringing in Harley?
They're bringing in like a really horrible, trashy.
We already have our Harley.
Not Barbara.
I'm sorry, she's Harley. I'm sorry, that's just how it is.
She's too effed up to be Harley.
Who,
No.
Barbara?
Barbara's
She's
damaged
just
good.
effed up enough. Okay?
Oh, that's right. That's right. Tyler likes her now that she's psycho.
Wait a minute. Wouldn't it have to be
She's
like
psycho.
I still can't stand her. This whole episode, man, it pissed me off. They killed Tabitha, which I'm glad just because somebody needs to die and stay dead on this show.
Okay, heroes by the pint.
Alright.
and Barbara was wearing pants?
That's
right.
what, yeah.
That's
how she- Well, yeah, ever since when she's evil, she's wearing pants.
Yep.
Is that like a thing? Women in pants are just evil?
Lilith
I feel like that was maybe
Hellfire. Lilith
an
Hellfire
HRC
does not own a skirt.
Oh, I own a skirt, but
It's evil.
Well,
they wear pants to work.
They were so long that Barbara didn't wear pants. Like, just went
Season
pantsless in season 1. That,
And then
It was a
after
theme.
After the ogre, she decided to wear pants.
yes.
Yeah, blood. You don't want to feel blood on your skin. Yeah, I think she just started to cover up after that. Yeah, but no, I like Barbara. I like Crazy Barbara. She's awesome.
Wouldn't Lee have to become Harley, though, because she's the therapist? Or was?
No, it's somebody's assistant. They showed her on the...
Yeah, I'm trying to remember that, but I think that blonde was in last season. But yeah, I think they're trying to paint her as like Harley.
Just go watch the promo for the season because you see her skate in.
Yeah, she's with Jerome. Yeah, she was working for Jerome. So yeah, I think they're painting her to be Harley.
Yeah, it was Jerome's. This is the Gotham version. You gotta remember, like
Jeremiah.
Gotham is more out there than like the Smallville mythology.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh wait, I've been waiting like 5 seasons to say this. You know, I just really love that Gotham puts the ham in Gotham. Like, they really do. They really do. They just ham it up all around, and I can appreciate that.
I feel like we're like one episode away from like Bruce punching someone and getting a pow.
Pow!
Because I watched this episode, if you pay attention, there's a lot of Dutch tilts
Yep.
and everything with the angle.
Oh, you know what we might get this season? Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb.
I can see that. Or Batmite.
Shut your mouth!
This whole series is Batmite just goofing around with Mrs. Pedalick.
And so it ends like the brave and the bold. I am here for it. He just come wheeling out the sets, and Batmite comes out with the friggin' microphone, shaking hands, kissing babies. That'd be great.
So I don't want to jump the gun or anything, but in episode 100, the last episode, are we going to get David Mazouz in a Batman costume, or is it going
It's
to
a
be
10-year
like
flash forward. So we are going to have
we already saw
Well, they showed like
that Shadow was in the... Yeah, it was in
I'm
the
just saying
promo.
it's going to be him, or is it
kind
going
of
to be
like
Sun Devil?
Titans.
Yeah, I must say it's going to be like the Titan.
Just a shadow.
Just see him from behind, yeah.
No, what they'll do is they'll recreate the scene from Batman Mask of the Phantasm of him like sitting up Alfred,
yeah.
And then it'll just be like it'll be behind his head, and you'll just see him like lower the mask down, and that'll be it.
Could be.
Oh, this story is so crazy. I just, I'm so here for it. It's a crazy mess. And, you just have to, kind of, when you love Batman so much, you kind of just, when you watch Gotham, you just have to let yourself just go. You just have to go with the flow, and that's what I'm doing, and it's
hilarious. I mean, that's what I've told people. How many people say, you still watch that? I'm like, well, I really enjoy the villains. That's really the thing is, I like getting to see Batman villains, and that's something we don't get to see anywhere else, Like I said, I love the Scarecrow in this. He's awesome.
Yes. He was good tonight, yes.
So if nothing else, this series just, if you're a fan of the villains, it's kind of, especially later on where they kind of got just more, they said, screw it. We're just going to do Batman stuff. Because at first they tried to do the Executioner, the Electrocutioner.
Well, you see how
Ben McKenzie must be mad as hell. He's like, this was my show. What happened? 5 episodes is what they gave me, and all went to Hades.
Hey, at least he's gonna get that syndication money.
Yeah,
there you go.
By the skin of his teeth.
Well,
he still got other shows that have syndication, Southland and stuff too. So I don't think he's gonna work after this.
After this, he's just gonna sit back and be like, I can do conventions now.
Hey, him and his woman are gonna get syndication money from Gotham. So
yeah, and they're gonna move out of Gotham. So
they're gonna move to Metropolis.
Moving on up.
But I love Nigma and his fight with himself again. It's kind of like, what was it, season 2? Where we had that struggle, and it's just kind of fun to watch that again.
Yeah.
Yes.
I just love how everyone's trying to carve up the city. You got the crime lords Oswald, and we saw Zaz's name on the map. Zaz is coming, but I love everyone else is trying to carve up the city. Meanwhile, Ed's just throwing himself in dumpsters and stuff. And
he knows where he belongs.
Did you guys notice that the gal in the mask kind of was looking at the park? So I'm wondering if that might have been maybe Ivy in disguise, checking out the park.
I thought we tried Ivy 5 different times and it still hasn't stuck. So what's the deal with Poison Ivy?
Well, we're on
the third round of Ivy.
Yeah, so who knows? Maybe because that's where she was in the comics.
Yeah, and she was definitely. That the only place that there was left that wasn't carved up was the park. Yeah. That big park.
Nobody goes in the park. Lilith. Is she gonna
see more.
Lilith, is she going to be in there by herself?
No.
Are we going to get Clayface?
Yes! Or maybe Butch is secretly revived. I don't know.
That's
Salmon Grundy and yeah.
Might as well bring
in Clayface.
Is it Monday? Yeah.
Hey, bring in the Floronic Man.
I think they're saving that for. They actually are saving that for Swamp Thing. I heard that's the first arc that they're going to do.
Who were the villains you remember that we got teased at the end of last season? It was Magpie and the Ventriloquist, I think.
The Ventriloquist, yes. Where's Blackgate when you need it?
Well, I'm hoping.
I feel like there was another.
There's no plucky young man to clean out Blackgate for them.
I'm hoping that Miracle Grow sponsors Gotham, and if that is what's going on, because that would be really funny.
Miracle Grow. They'll take the sponsors they can get. I'll tell you that at this point.
Yes.
No, I had fun with this episode, even though it was basically just a lot of catch up and exposition and setup.
And I knew Tabitha wasn't getting out of this season, but I wasn't sure if they were going to kill her this quickly, but they did.
That's what I'm saying. I want
She's
them
with
to really
Butch now. It's okay, guys.
Into
I'm
the
happy for
stakes.
her.
Play into the stakes. Let some characters die off and stay dead. I don't need any more of the Hugo Strange brings everybody back to life kind of thing.
Oh, yeah, I don't think anyone they're killing off is going to come back, but it's are they going to kill anyone else off? Because everyone else
and now it would be very suspicious if Tabitha's the only person that they kill. So, somebody else has to kick the bucket just to even that playing field out a little bit.
Yeah, but everyone else is from the comics unless they do embrace the whole Elseworlds thing and just say screw it. or Jeremiah's, or is it? Yeah, Jeremiah is not the real Joker.
Oh, have you seen that suit? They're just not allowed to say it, but he's the real Joker.
Yeah, I know.
Let's just be real.
I didn't want it to be, but yeah, it seems like.
I mean, good for Cameron. I'm a big fan of Shameless, so I was just like, at least he's a redhead.
But I'm just waiting. Like, all these villains should know who he's Batman by the time he becomes Batman. I'll be like, oh, hey, Bruce.
He's gonna hypnotize them.
I remember your first kiss. So you're gonna beat me now? Okay.
I'm calling it right now. Great. I'm calling it right now. Someone's gonna walk in with nanobots and rub it across everyone's forehead, and they're gonna forget.
Well, that water in Gotham is pretty iffy, is all I'm saying. So, we got a lot of plausible deniability.
I do think though, it could have been interesting had like the show been done a little different later on. The idea that Gordon already knew who Batman was, because that's like something that's not really been explored live action.
Yeah, I just wonder if that's how they're I just wonder how that's how they're going to end the whole thing. It's just him be like, "Oh yeah, I don't know who Batman is." Wink.
Plausible deniability. That's what this whole thing's about.
Yeah, the government will come in and be like, "Who is that?" And Gordon,
or
I don't know.
Switch back and forth between being Batman.
Oh, good lord!
They'll just look at the government like it's the help you didn't send. So we called you, Man's Land.
What do you think their end game is for No Man's Land? Like, we see the big firefight, but like, what's that about?
Yeah, I like how this season was called The Dark Knight.
Legend of the Dark Knight. Yes.
Not No Man's Land.
Well, they got the little kids, so let's tell some tales.
But now, yeah, that beginning scene, was that them like trying to keep the government or the military out?
That's what it looked like.
Unless it's some kind of, oh no, something's gonna blow up if the government comes in, or they're just gonna flatten. Maybe the government's coming in to just
start over,
bulldoze Gotham. Yeah.
Blow it up.
Mean, you can't blame them at this point. Gotham's been pretty consistently on the downside.
What was the guy's name? So you got that scene at the end with the kid, who came to get Gordon and all that. Please tell me to be the sewer guy, the sewer king.
Pied Piper! No, Rat Catcher.
Rat Catcher, yes.
Freeze, they did mention Freeze too. Yeah, so maybe they are pulling a lot of elements from the comic books. And if you aren't caught up on No Man's Land, you should scroll down.
Part 8 just went up today of our 19-part special.
Filling our parts.
Hey, but this is Gotham, where they don't do anything like the comic book does.
Well, I mean, they did bring in Low Boys, the gang.
And Bane's coming!
They just make it up as they go.
That Bane looks terrible. I'm sorry.
I don't care. As long, Lilith, what's the one thing from comic book No Man's Land I don't want here? Come on,
What?
Who? Nicholas Scratch.
Oh no, he's coming. Oh, that is up Gotham's alley all the way. And matter of fact, bring back Azrael while we're at it.
Senator Nicholas Scratch was behind the whole thing.
Yeah, I can honestly see him trying to be president over Lex, since we can't introduce Lex. So I see that, actually.
Anybody think that Gordon's gonna get his back broke?
Ooh, that would be dope, actually.
Since this Bane is supposed to be, it's Gordon's friend who gets turned into Bane, so, and everything's being flipped. And changed because it's Gotham.
There's 2 Kellys.
This is getting out of hand. Now there's 2 of them. I'd say this is a good, solid start for this season, though.
Yeah. Oh,
but
man.
That doesn't mean anything with Gotham. We all know this.
That would be cool. That would be cool if Bane broke Gordon's back. It's just Bruce would be like, oh, I'm glad it wasn't me.
Bruce gets took out Venom, of course.
We already have Venom, so.
Maybe, hey, what witch is Bruce gonna take Selena to? I'm lost.
Yeah.
I'm confused.
I was gonna ask, who do we think the witch is?
The witch. I don't know.
I know who I'd love it to be, but it'll never happen. It would be funny, though. It would be funny if it was actually Oswald's mother.
She wasn't really dead. He killed Butch for nothing.
Yes.
No, I got it.
Lee.
I got it. It fits right in. It fits right in with the No Man's Land comics too. Lilith. It was just on the episode today. The witch is going to be
who?
Ivy, and she's gonna give her a potion like she gave Harley Quinn, remember?
Oh.
She's gonna get like her, all that super agility and whatever. And
that would make
sense. We see
sense.
her in the promo walking. Thanks a lot, spoilers.
With ears.
There was pictures of it before even today. She was walking. Yeah. Oh, it's Catwoman. You know she's gonna walk eventually.
Right. She has her ears and everything too.
That's all I'm gonna say.
It's like, is it Poison Ivy gonna give her something? Is she gonna get a whole Felicity Smoke biochip in her back? Yeah.
You shut your mouth, Philip. We don't talk about that.
I know. I knew that.
Come back. Is Solomon Grundy again? Kind of like he's in a cycle where like he's Grundy, and then they turn him back to Butch. Then he dies, and he comes back as Grundy.
He could come back as Grundy. That would be interesting. Now
I thought that's where we were going.
maybe he can come back and find out Oswald killed Tabitha.
He just kills Oswald. It's just a vicious
Oswald's the only one left standing after it's all said and done. Let's all just be real. Cockroaches are hard to kill. I totally agree with Jim.
Plus, he's sitting on a ton of ammunition. He was going to give someone 100,000 rounds to kill Gordon.
And like what? 99,000 misfire? No.
Yes.
That, my friend, is enough to get him killed. Okay, seriously.
Yes.
You're selling bad ammo.
What was Bruce doing that whole time? Wasn't he like up in the rafters? I was waiting when Tabby had the gun and then Oswald had the knife. I was waiting for some strange looking boomerang to come down and knock something out of somebody's hand.
When the arrows came out, I was like, Oliver? Are we getting a green arrow on this one too?
Huntress?
Missed opportunity.
Barbara.
Is probably actually the Flash in Arrow's costume.
Barry, what have you done now?
Yes. Doggone you, Barry.
That would have been so if she would have shot the arrows and been like, you failed this city.
That's the government.
Hey, Oliver Queen called out Bruce Wayne on an episode.
That's true.
They could have done, they should have. Maybe we'll still get it. We got 9 more episodes to do.
11, I think. Because I think they went to 12. They went to 12, so that could be an even 100, yeah.
All right, fine.
100
million. So what would you guys give the episode?
Who wants to grade it?
Out of what?
Letter
done this in so long, I don't remember.
Batarangs, of course.
Oh.
Okay. Are we like looking at a 5-star rating, a 4, or like a 10? Like
5. Keep it easy.
I don't know. 3, 2.5.
You're basic.
I'll give it 3 because of Scarecrow. But I felt like it was just so much of like, I hated the flash forward. So much of it was just like, duh, why are you doing this now? And just set up of stupidity. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to say 3 as well. I think they took a whole bunch of story elements and just threw them in a blender bottle and shook them up. And that's what we got. Yeah.
I'm going to be controversial and go 4. 4 bad.
Me too.
4. Ooh.
Yeah, but I'm not
Lord.
as invested in Gotham. So
Oh,
it's just
Lord.
like,
You and I are becoming Firestorm, I swear to God.
we might be the Firestorm 2.0. Yeah.
Not like we talk several times a week, but yeah, I'd say 4 bat signals out of 5. I see the
Be
potential
that
here.
lightness in the dark, dang it.
See, that's the thing. I'm not saying potential. I'm saying just with this episode alone, because I feel like they set everything up and threw out threads for the season, but as a contained episode, it was just meh.
Yeah, but
where they can pull it though is different. We're just looking at the episode.
Yeah, but for the first time, it was like the last 4 seasons, I liked them, but it's like I'm always like, okay, I see where they're going here. I see where they're going. For the first time, I'm like, what are they going to do? I really, I know what the end game is, but I don't know what the.
Don't know how they're going to get there.
Yeah. Lilith, would you like to elaborate?
Oh, I don't know. I just liked all the, actually feels like we got actual, civilians. Gotham finally feels like a city again to me. Like, it's been a long time since Gotham felt like a city. And it's tons of, good stuff that happened. Like, Scarecrow was bomb.com. I really like how Selena just is like moping around and Bruce is being Bruce.
Moping? Kill. You should have let me kill myself.
Phil.
Yes.
Who wasn't in this episode?
Dr. Leslie Tompkins.
Alfred.
Alfred was in this?
He was in it.
He was here.
That means I missed it.
He said like 2 lines.
It was in Bristol fashion.
I must have missed it when I was taking care of my kids.
He was in the hospital.
Smacking Bruce around, so.
He was at the hospital towards the beginning, and then he was at the GCPD when they took off after the helicopter.
I missed it, taking care of my kids. Damn it.
I take care of my kids.
But yeah, I'm not harsh on Gotham anymore.
Yeah. But Lee wasn't in it.
I don't care about Lee anymore. They ruined her character. So
there's hope for Copycat, though. Hashtag Wade's World.
This is Deadpool.
Hey, don't forget, we didn't mention, I know this is before the Bat. What about after the Bat with the Batwoman, as Batwoman officially got picked up?
For a pilot, yeah.
Well, that's a no-brainer that they're going to do the pilot, but are they going to leak that pilot? Like,
you mean the secret leaking marketing that they do to test the audience that they've done on almost
Supergirl, Flash.
Yep.
I think it was really super hard to get Arrow, and the only reason why I think I got Arrow early is because I knew the person at my affiliate station, and we kind of like watched it in their office. But yeah, the Flash, Supergirl, so I can totally see them doing that for Batwoman. But because Ruby Rose is a wild card that a lot of people are on the fence about, so I can totally see that happening.
Lilith will fix it, because Lilith fixes everything.
If only DC would call me.
I just wonder, I don't know if they're going to keep it on Sundays or move it, but I wonder if we're going to get like a Batwoman Supergirl night every week.
Yeah, because Charm Reboot ain't doing so hot in the numbers.
No.
Yeah. So I wonder if they're going to do that, if they're going to pair those two up.
That's still, Supergirl's not a strong lead-in. I say they put it after the Flash.
Or
for the first season.
Or you do a could you do a Batwoman followed by Supergirl?
No. You never do a new show lead-in to something older. So I would say
it'll be after the Flash for a while. Yeah.
For the first season, definitely.
Seems like every show on the CW now, when it first comes on, it's following the Flash.
Although it's not doing Black Lightning season 2 any favors, so.
Oh, because Black Lightning season 2 is dumb.
It's weird.
Yeah, they lost track of what they wanted to do.
I was cool with it up until they did the Purdy episode.
What, the Hillbillies?
I feel dumb even saying that word out loud. But as soon as they started that whole thing, I was like, I don't care anymore. And I just lost all the respect I had for this show.
Oh, but in Batman news, because I was talking to Lilith about this, did you see we're getting an animated Hutch this year?
Yeah. We knew that. They announced that at Comic-Con.
I know, but they were putting up art. I saw artwork and stuff. And
the only thing I want to know is it its own thing or is it in continuity?
It's its own thing. All of those movies are.
Well, yeah, they're probably going to go like Killing Joke and make it its own.
I mean, Judah's contract was in continuity.
With a certain side of, like, okay, so there's like the different sides of the DC animated universe at this point. You got the ones that are connected to Assault on Arkham.
Right.
You got the Bad Blood Batman, Robin, Damian, and Talia stuff going on.
That's that's the whole continuity. Like, Justice League War, Thrones of Atlantis.
Yeah, so there's different ones, but they're not all connected.
I think it's going to be like Killing Joke. It's going to be its own continuity, but yeah.
That's what I'm wondering. Is it its own movie or is it part of the overall continuity? Because they usually
it has to be its own thing.
Yeah, because I mean,
continuity films a year followed by like one.
Well, they're doing the Superman stuff too, so.
In the comics too, Batman Hutch was like a big Batman Catwoman moment thing, so I'm pretty sure they're going to make that its own.
So, like, Reign is in continuity, and then we have Hush, and, the Super 5, or, crap, what is it? Oh, it's something, man, now I can't remember. It's some, Secret 5, or, come on,
Secret 6?
No, it was some group, but yeah, I forget what it...
Are you guys talking about Secret 6?
No, it was something, I forget. It wasn't, even when I read it, it wasn't ringing a bell for me.
It's like, it's obscure. If we're sitting here like, Justice League versus the Fatal Five.
Oh.
And then Hush, and then Wonder Woman Bloodlines. So, Reign is in continuity, so one of those three have to be in continuity. Because they usually do like 2 continuity and 2 not each year. So we'll just have to wait and see.
Aaron Richards says Tabitha's death will lead to a big development for Barbara.
Maybe she'll become good and then give Jim a child. That's how it
Shut your mouth. It's not gonna happen.
It's Gotham. That's all I'm saying.
She becomes a therapist.
Or psychoanalyze herself. Lilith, there's no redeeming.
Heavy of the psycho.
Hey,
There's no redeeming her, Lilith. Remember your theory about Jim Gordon's genitalia.
I know he drives the women crazy, much like Sam Winchester. Like literally insane. Bat guano.
So she gives birth to twins, and Jim takes the daughter, and she takes James Jr.
Oh,
and they're never seen again.
And that's why James Jr. comes back as a psychopath.
I was going to say he comes back when he's like 20 as a psychopath.
He's the ogre 2.0, bro.
And then
when
Bruce,
the series reboots in 20 years, that's what we're gonna have. Ogre 2.0.
Bruce and his walker, and
Batman Beyond.
Yeah, Beyond the nursing
Michael
home.
Keaton. And who would be Terry?
Zac Efron.
You shut your mouth. Maybe the little Zach can be the little annoying brother, maybe, that we don't see that much.
Matt?
You mean the new Robin?
Yeah, I'll say Matt McGinnis,
Exactly.
the new Robin.
We don't talk about that.
It's in the
Everybody
comics.
knows how I feel about that.
In the
Bruce
comics.
Wayne's other son.
Yes. Other things we don't talk about.
His other child.
Well, Damien's not his. He's Deathstroke's kid, so it's okay.
You shut your mouth. Thank you.
And you know who his stepdad is.
Jimmy.
A mess.
Down
Are
the
you
deep
ready to
rabbit
get
hole.
out of here? It's late, Philip. We're all
I know.
old.
All right. I love Kelly's doing text language. All right. Kelly, would you like to promote any social media or
Well, you can find me on Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, and just about everywhere else at Super Squint. That's SuperSquint.
And Tyler Patrick.
You can find me at Krypton Report, where we talk all things Superman and super related. On Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, everything at Krypton Report or JTY Patrick.
All right, Ringo, let it rip.
If you nerds want to fight me or agree that Jim Gordon can get it, you can at me on Twitter at Lilith Hellfire. You can hang out with me on the gram at Lilith Hellfire 86. And also, please be sure to check out more here on the Capes and Lunatics Sidekick feed, as well as the regular Capes and Lunatics feed, where Phil and I talk an awful lot about an awful lot of different things.
We talk a lot?
I just show up and look pretty and spout big words, and then I'm done. Wait, I thought it was going to be, I like to sleep and drink. But okay, I'll take that one too. I love to sleep and drink. Just need to get my unpopular opinion out of my mouth. That Gotham was good. Who can believe that that's an unpopular opinion?
And anyway, we got 11 episodes left, so email us, capesandlunatics@gmail.com. Follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/BeforeTheBatPodcast. At BeforeTheBatPod on Twitter. Follow CL Sidekicks on Instagram. And the voicemail, 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. Call us in, just like Bruce Wayne called that chopper in. All right, let's get out of here. Old Lady Hellfire's getting cranky.
You better believe it, bub.
Can we please just start saying that? Can we just use that Old Lady Hellfire? From now on, refer to her as no
It's
more.
in the air. It's in the air. It's in
Old
the
Lady Hellfire.
atmosphere. Take it and run.
Charlie will love that.
Please tell me she's yelling at children to get off her lawn.
Oh, yes, actually.
Oh, children, boyfriends. You don't let everybody to get off.
Squirrels.
Only my cats love me.
Bunny.
I know, bunny. Okay, Fatal
I'm a
Attraction.
bunny lady.
I know, you have a
bunny
bunny now, Fatal Attraction. I know.
Rabbit's not as good as you think it is. That's all I'm going to say.
Busy. Oh, what? I just saw that, Kelly. I thought you were the innocent one, Kelly. Never mind.
Oh, my sweet summer child.
Come back next time, everyone. Same bat time, same bat channel.